On first down, Parsons. And it looks like he'll be just a yard shy of the 5 here as he's out at the 6. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
Hey, it's not the most spectacular play, but I think most teams will take that every single time for the first play of a drive. Begin the series with positive yardage and set yourself up for a very manageable 2nd down.
And down he goes. Pressure gets him back at the 14. Jerry Tillery running in there and setting him down.
Brandon, never ceases to amaze me just how fast these defensive ends are in the game nowadays. Part of that is what we've seen in college football, where they've gotten smaller and faster on the defensive side of the ball, but they've brought that to the NFL because it is hard for an offense.
And this is caught for a Cowboy touchdown. Chigakonkwo, a 14-yard touchdown. And the Cowboys have taken the lead. CD for them. This has just been an offensive explosion here in the second quarter.
Yeah, held scoreless in the first quarter. Now they find the end zone again here in the second. Sometimes you just have to have some patience. A lot of people think it's always an adjustment. You have to change what you're doing. Sometimes you just have to do your game plan just a little bit better. And I think that's part of what we're seeing here.
And this will be caught. They get the 2 and they double them up now at 16-8. After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. Taken at the 15, a short kick. And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And for this offense, Charles, you got to think kind of crucial here to put something together on this drive, because remember last time out they threw the interception on the very first play. Launches deep, a jump ball, and this is caught. And a huge play that time, 58 yards.
Well, partner, that's how you make a long drive suddenly not so long anymore. One big play, and they're already in field goal range with designs on getting more than that.
On 1st and 10, it's Sanders. And this carry, despite the good move, will be stopped short of the 10. Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. Another run with Sanders. And he'll fight his way down inside the 10 to the 9-yard line. Now the offense going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down. Throwing, Mayfield. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
Well, the connection they've had has been excellent today, but not on that snap. I think he was asking just a little too much as he extended that play, hoping for one more completion with him.
Now Mayfield on 4th down. Now a clash of bodies here, and it's intercepted. And the Cowboys are going to get the ball back on the turnover as they hold on 4th down. Well, I appreciate the aggressiveness trying to go for it there on 4th down, but you're in the red zone. Charles and I set for this Madden Ultimate Team matchup as we get a peek some of the stars in today's game. Well, will they be stars? Will you be a star? We'll find out. Let's play. Tyler Bass about ready to get us going. And off we go in Madden Ultimate Team. A fairly short kick from the 14. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29. Play clock down to 2, and we get a signal and a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. Right to the air is Jackson. They'll roll him out right. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Talanoa Hufanga. And the Falcons are going to take possession of the football as they force the turnover on the opening drive. After the penalty, a fresh set of downs. It's 1st and 10. They go play action now. Jackson. The tight end Kelsey has it over the middle. And he'll be brought down on the other side of midfield at the 43.
So much goes into a successful play, doesn't it? How about that play action there, freezing the defense just enough to bring the tight end free downfield for the completion.
On second and very short, Jackson. And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively, and now it brings up 3rd down.
But when you're going up against a talented receiver like that, you just know that they're going to bring more people to him, right? They're going to double cover him every chance they get.
I think that is what we're going to see all game long, an early taste of that double, maybe even sometimes triple coverage we might see.
Yeah, I think what they're counting on, his talent to sometimes beat that double coverage.
Everybody was up there ready at the line of scrimmage, CD, but no snap, and the delay of game ensued.
Yeah, and I'm sure their head coach is asking the exact same thing. What's going on out there? Almost like they thought they had more time than actually was on the clock.
And they go backwards here, losing yardage back at the 48-yard line. Well, they tried to catch him by surprise, I think, there with that little pop pass on 3rd down, but no luck.
You're right about no luck, but I did like the idea. I like the thought process. Make an unconventional call on 3rd down sometimes. It can pop big. In this case, it didn't.
He's got Sanders on the out route. It's caught. And he is going to have a Falcons 1st down as they manage to convert, and that'll keep the drive alive.
And that's a big pickup of a 1st down. And you know that all week, both sides of the ball, offense and defense, are going through every situation. And in this case, the offensive guys had the right play dialed up because defensively, you work on 4th down situations as well.
And deflating for the defense. They can't get the stop here. Now a throw to the end zone on 1st down, but it winds up incomplete.
One thing I know from experience is that when the deep ball is thrown and you're the defender, you've got to fight that little bit of panic that emerges. You've got to play the ball really well. It's a 50-50 jump ball play. And guess what? They took a shot. How are you going to win it? And in this case, they managed to get it done.
There's a ball thrown right side and complete. And he's going to have another 1st down here as the tackle's made at the Cowboys' 15-yard line. A good pickup there of 20 yards.
That is definitely what we call on defense an uh-oh play. And what you mean by that is against Lamar Jackson, when you see him out of the pocket, your first thought is, uh-oh, he's going to try and run it. How do I get to him and get him on the ground? And guess what? That didn't happen, and his receivers took advantage.
Now, here's a look for the end zone, but that one's going to wind up incomplete.
Oh, they were so close. That close to their first points of the game. Just needed to hang on just a second longer, but he couldn't complete the process of the catch through the jostling from the defender.
Now a whistle, and I think a penalty here for a delay. No, they're going to say timeout. They did get the timeout in time. And that's their second charge timeout here in this first quarter. They're down to 1 remaining. Now it's Jackson sliding out of the pocket. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
They haven't been able to stop them so far this series, but getting a nice little stand from their defense now.
This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10. And Jackson throwing once more. And he's got his man in stride, complete. Touchdown, Falcons. A 15-yard touchdown, Brown.
And the Falcons put the Knights' first points on the board as they take the early lead. Well, they spoke about the importance of getting off to a good start, and they're on their first drive, Charles, into the end zone for the touchdown.
And what an advantage for them. They're already clicking 1 drive in, didn't need to wait to get up to full speed. We had heard about the extra time they put in with each other, trying to learn each other's skills, what they like, the whole deal, and it paid off early in this one. I would expect them to keep firing on the next drive and keep that connection going.
And the Cowboys are able to recover. And that's why you have your hands team out there on the field. Those are the best guys ready to make that play.
And let's face it, it was executed well. It wasn't a bad kick. It wasn't anything like that. Just that the normal outcome actually came to play. Analytics will tell you it's a very low possibility of getting the ball for the team kicking it in an onside kick situation.
You're all about the numbers, aren't you?
All about the numbers, baby. It's a new game now.
They don't lie. Tackle made that time by Vita Vea. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. 23 yards on the tuck and run.
Now that was an inspirational scramble for a first down, all the while absorbing a big-time hit. Well, we know the guys in the huddle appreciate what he's doing. But how about the guys in the press box, the luxury boxes, the guy who signs his checks, and especially the main guy with the headset on the sideline? I'm not so sure they like that so much.
17 more yards on that one as they keep the drive rolling.
That's a big league job there of getting out of the pocket, not panicking, and just buying himself some time. Then he made a good, accurate throw to set up 1st and goal.
Taking it in from 2 yards out. And the Cowboys are within an extra point of tying up this ball game. A strong, determined run there, Charles, to get in for 6 points.
This is why it's such a team game, isn't it? And I know it sounds really generic and it sounds almost trite, but the blocks were made up front, offensive line, collective victory at the line of scrimmage and down.
And this is going to be intercepted.
Well, as most teams do in their 2-point attempt, they pass the ball. Instead, it gets intercepted. And remember, if you pick it off, you got a chance to take it all the way back, get 2 points yourself, right?
Yeah, not the case there, but that's why you got to be really careful with those throws, especially to the outside.
Pulls it in at the 13.
And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. About set to begin their next drive. The Falcons offense at the line.
A long drive last time out for this offense, Charles. If you remember, they started basically in the shadows of their own end zone, marched it down the field, and a lot of that
Thrown across his body, and it's intercepted.
picked up by Richie Grant. And the Cowboys will take over here as they get it up to the 43-yard line. They exited the pocket trying to improvise. That was a tough throw, and unfortunately, it wound up in the wrong pair of hands.
And, Brandon, when you're on the run, sometimes your downfield vision can get skewed just a bit. Now, the beauty of extending a play is sometimes your receivers find their way open, but oftentimes you end up closing down part of the field and bringing those defenders to the ball. And that one was picked off.
Here's a 2nd and 7.
They're trying for Sanders, but this is intercepted.
It's Devin White, the linebacker.
And the Falcons are going to take possession of the football. So consecutive interceptions here early on in this one, and maybe setting the tone, Charles, for a game where the defense really takes center stage.
And don't you think that both offenses are really catching a bit from their coaching staff about avoiding?
That's caught inside the 20. Touchdown, Falcons. A great effort there with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half.
And the Falcons are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. In the 2nd quarter, and already his 2nd touchdown reception.
Absolutely the definition of a difference.
Oh, and now they're going to fake it. And he'll be out of bounds well short of the goal line, so the attempt at the fake extra point unsuccessful. Boy, I guess they're going to keep trying to put the pedal to the metal here. They're going to try an onside kick. And the Cowboys are able to recover. A 2nd quarter onside kick there that failed. Is that something that maybe they had dialed up before this game started?
It feels like it, doesn't it? That they thought they had the right situation, you know, and the right approach in going after it. Also may signal that they feel like they have the superior team, that they can try these sorts of things, and it won't come back and hurt them later.
They'll run on 1st down. It's Parsons. And he's going to take it down to about the 35 here. 9 yards is the pickup there, and they'll have a 2nd and 1.
First play of the drive, let's give credit all around. Excellent blocking, but the guy carrying the ball, he was the finisher. A really nice run.
A play-action fake. They'll look to throw. Rolling to his left. He's got a man. That's caught. Left sideline. His first catch, good for 14 there and a 1st down. On 1st down, Parsons. And he'll take this inside the 20 and down to the 18. A short gain of just over 2 yards as the first half clock dips inside of 3 minutes. The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. They'll keep it on the ground. It's Parsons, and they'll bring him down at the 13-yard line. It'll be a gain of 5, but still about 3 yards shy of the 1st down marker, and now it's 3rd down. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. He'll buy some time right. And he'll get this down inside the 5 to the 4 before he's out of bounds. A good decision in the end to pull it and run, get some 9 yards and a 1st. Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. Steps away to his left. Over the middle, and there's a diving catch. And that is caught. Touchdown, Cowboys. From 4 yards out.
And the Cowboys are an extra point away from evening this one up.
Now Mike McCarthy saying, let's go for 2. They'll look to throw. Being chased out left.
That's into a crowd and intercepted. It's Devin White, the linebacker.
It's interesting that when it comes to two-point conversions, even heavy run teams tend to throw the ball in these situations. In this case, this one was intercepted.
Yeah, they weren't fooled. They were ready for the pass, picked it off.
After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. from the 10. And they'll start this drive just across the 30. Pretty nice work on the return. About set to begin their next drive. The Falcons offense at the line. Well, partner, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes that's not really true, but...
And now this is intercepted. My goodness.
Picked up by Talanoa Hufanga. And the Cowboys are going to take possession of the football.
When he went on the move there and started rolling out, I thought there was a window, but that window closed quickly, intercepted.
And sometimes, despite how big your arm talent is, you don't get enough on a throw when you're on the move as opposed to setting your feet and stepping into one. That may have been the case there, and the defense certainly benefited.
It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4. On play action, they'll throw. Steps away. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked up by Xavier Howard. And the Falcons are going to have it here as they'll start at their own 7. Charles, one thing that he referenced to us yesterday was his confidence fitting the ball into any window, but obviously that window was a little too tight, and it was closing in a hurry.
And he was talking to us about having anticipation in making those types of throws. Down near the goal line.
Oh, and for the 3rd time, Jackson going to be intercepted. Picked up by Talanoa Hufanga. And the Cowboys are going to take possession of the football. A nightmare of a first half for him. That's now 3 interceptions. But Charles, with his talent, if anyone can shake this off and right the ship, it's him.
I agree, because you don't get to be one of the best quarterbacks in the league without developing some major mental toughness. So I expect him to go to the locker room at halftime, hit the reset button, and come out a new guy in half number 2.
It won't be a sack, but it's no gain, and it brings up 2nd down.
Brandon, I think he's just grateful to get back to the line of scrimmage and avoid not just losing yardage, but a big hit on that play as well. That defense closed on him quick and forced a quick surrender out of bounds.
It's just a gain of a couple there on the scramble, and now it's 3rd down.
It is certainly becoming rarer by the year to see your franchise guy take a hit like that. The defender couldn't believe he had a shot to light him up. So when you take off and run, you have to make sure you can slide, get out of bounds, anything. Just don't leave yourself open to hits like that.
Meanwhile, on 3rd down, they take a shot at the end zone, but it's incomplete.
I thought that was a completed pass until he came in and forced the ball from his hands. Not only did he make a nice play, he brings up 4th down.
The kick by Bass is good. And with it, they have taken the lead. So the interception set him up with terrific field position, but 3 points, the end result.
Yeah, we can make this one pretty simple, partner. You always want to end drives with points, but that's one that you're going to look back on and probably say, we should have done better there.
Fields it right around the goal line. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. A slim deficit here in a 1-possession game. Not much time left, obviously. We'll see if they can march this down the field, at least get 3 and take some momentum into the locker room.
25 yards that time.
Good strong throw and catch right there. And so far in this game, the alleys have been open for them to get completions, and they're taking advantage of it.
Throwing on 1st down, it's Jackson out to his left. Now he'll square up and throw deep left sideline. And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Picked up by Trayvon Diggs. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half.
Well, CD, when you mentioned earlier about spreading the ball around in this game, I don't think you mentioned the guys in the other uniform. We have 4 interceptions here in the first half, and several different guys have picked them off.
Yeah, instead of analyzing what's going wrong with him throwing the football, while we look at the defense, they came in prepared, had excellent game plan, well scouted, and they're taking it away at almost every turn.
And how about this right out of the locker room? An onside kick attempt. The Cowboys will get the football first here, and they have the lead as well as we are underway in quarter three. A very interesting call and one that backfires. I know they're losing, Charles, but boy, to start the second half with the onside kick, risky.
Felt like a sense of urgency from their side, coupled with, you and I both know the special teams coordinators. They sell their key plays each and every week to the head coach, don't they? And I'll guarantee he's been selling this one. We can get it, coach. We can get it. And that came together with that sense of urgency you talked about.
And he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line. 62 yards on the ground for him now on 9 carries. So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Back to throw here. And he'll protect himself at the end here as he winds up getting pretty decent yardage. The improv on the scramble there gets him 6, and it'll be 2nd down. They're going to look to throw. And for a 3rd time tonight, he's intercepted. Picked off by Justin Simmons. And the Falcons are going to have it here as they'll start at their own 7. So this offense moving the ball well, trying to open up a 2-score lead here in the 3rd quarter. But now potentially a play that could have big ramifications.
Yeah, you've driven the ball down the field. Things are looking up, but it takes just one bad decision to throw things off.
Oh, a leap, and he will make the catch. And they'll get this down to the 42-yard line. So forget about being backed up. Here's a 1st and 10 all the way across midfield. And he's going to be sacked. They sack him back right at the midfield stripe. He'll wind up losing 8 on the sack there, and it's 2nd down. Got to imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on 2nd down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18. From midfield now, here's Jackson. This one finds Wilson downfield.
That's a good bounce-back play right there after taking a sack on 1st down. Didn't quite get it to the marker, but now they're in a much better spot for a 3rd and short yardage call. If you're the offensive coordinator, you like looking at that section a heck of a lot better than trying to figure out 3rd and long. The goal is certainly to try and make a big play happen and climb back into this game, but you have to be careful. If you overdo it, you could turn it over and hurt your team.
Down, here's Jackson. And that's complete to Sanders. And he is going to have a Falcons 1st down as they manage to convert, and that'll keep the drive alive. Give them 18 on that one, and it'll be 1st down Atlanta. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. And this is caught for a Falcon touchdown. Dalton Schultz, a 16-yard touchdown. And the Falcons have retaken a 3rd quarter lead.
And that was a beautiful ball right there as he waited for his tight end to come uncovered in the end zone, so give him points for patience as well. Delivered it right where it needed to be for 6 points.
Extra point by Badgley, up and good. And the lead is up to 5. Cowboys are able to recover. The risk-reward of the onside kick. When you don't get it, the risk comes out to play, and here they gave up great field position.
And that's the key to everything because you're trying your best to press advantages when you have them, and field position leads you to that type of play calling, and whether you want to blitz or whether you want to throw the ball deep, those types of things, now that they've given up that type of field position, the advantage is switched to their opponent.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And he's got his big tight end here. And he is out of bounds inside the 35.
It's a gain of 12, and the Cowboys pick up the first.
We talk about mobility on quarterbacks all the time. Here's where it really pays off. Able to move, evade, and is accurate throwing on the run and picking up a first down.
Under a minute to go in this third quarter as they come up 1st and 10.
Now a give, right side. Parsons. And he'll get down to about the 26-yard line. 8 yards the gain on that last run. Here's 2nd and a couple. They'll drop to throw. Escaping the pressure right. And he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line. A nifty bit of scrambling there. 12 yards, first down. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Eluding the pressure right. And he slides and covers up at the end as he's going to be able to pick up decent yardage. We have played 3 quarters. You are watching Madden Ultimate Team on EA Sports.
Second and 5 from the 8.
On the move to his left. And that is caught, but he will come down out of bounds, says the side judge. Incomplete. One of the bigger plays in the game thus far, and the crowd getting into it as we come up on a big third down. Flush to his right. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown.
Christian McCaffrey.
Touchdown run.
And the Cowboys answer back with a touchdown of their own to take a fourth quarter lead.
Here we go now as we get set for a big 2-point conversion. They'll look to throw here. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted.
Mike Edwards picks it off.
And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. Pulls it in at the 13. And he'll be brought down right on the chalk of the 20.
About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line.
And they will be looking to answer the touchdown their defense just surrendered. Still a good chunk of time remaining here in the fourth quarter and a chance to regain the lead in a tight one. He finds Wilson.
He'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. That one goes for 30 yards.
That could very well be a defining play in this game. A touchdown? That gives them the lead, and they took a major step towards getting there with that big play right there.
So the line of scrimmage moves all the way across the 50 now as they come up 1st and 10. Jackson.
Finding Sanders on the crossing route.
And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25.
Another first down there as this one goes for 25.
And here we are in the fourth quarter, partner, and watch them drive for what would be a go-ahead touchdown. And you and I both know this is where you need a quarterback who can keep his cool back there. Not just for himself, but to keep the rest of the team relaxed too.
And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20. The improv on the scramble there gets him 6, and it'll be second down.
You know what I like about that play? He didn't try to do too much on first down. He took what the defense gave him, put together a solid gain to bring up second and manageable. Now they have a couple of plays to pick up just a few yards and a new set of downs.
Naeem Hines, his first carry. It's an 8-yard pickup, and it leads to a first and goal.
Most of their damage has been done through the air. I mean, they've rung the bell 3 times with passing touchdowns, but guess what? Ground game has not been neglected. Nice little burst right there.
And they'll try the option on first and goal.
And he'll take it into the end zone. Touchdown, Atlanta. Lamar Jackson doing it himself from 9 yards out.
And the Falcons have taken a fourth-quarter lead.
All right, now a big two-point conversion attempt still to come. Jackson here is going to look to throw. And it is incomplete, so they can't convert for 2. And now the lead stays at 5. A penalty flag down.
Yeah, we saw that one up here, CD. Offensive team, they touched that before it went 10 yards.
Obviously, such a fine line, letting it go the required 10 yards, but also getting to it before the hands team can. Just didn't time it out right, and that results in a flag.
2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be second and 8. They'll keep it on the ground. It's Parsons. They follow up the gain of 2 with a gain of 1 that time.
Brandon, we talk all the time about those hybrid players, guys who can do more than one thing. And I think if you're playing strong safety in the NFL today, you are a true hybrid. Part linebacker, part cover guy.
And coming up, sticking his nose in the mess there and making a nice play defensively. One of the bigger plays in the game thus far, and the crowd getting into it as we come up on a big third down. Now back to throw. Rolling to his right. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. Past the 20. 5. And he takes this one back into the end zone, and the Falcon defense has a touchdown. So they go on fourth down. Not only do they not get it, it turns into 6 points the other way. Disastrous.
And many people think you should just go ahead and knock it down in that situation. Turn it over for the offense. But I had a defensive coordinator recently tell me, we see that as a passive play. We don't do that anymore. We want the ball in our hands, and we want to head the other way.
It's probably also instinct a lot of times. If you see a lot of green grass ahead of you, go ahead and grab it.
It's the exact right play to do. That's knowing when to break the rules and when to make a play that maybe you hadn't been taught.
Extra point by Badgley, up and good. And it gives his guys a 12-point advantage. So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air.
It's a short kick taken out beyond the 20. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense.
Now remember, they were just out here a moment ago through the pick six, so we'll see if they can take better care of the football this go-around.
And sometimes, partner, I think it's almost better that you just throw the pick six and you come right back out on the field. You're not over on the sidelines dwelling for it for very long. You're not hearing everyone say, oh, hey, you'll get them next time. Hey, don't worry about it. All that stuff just goes right out the window. You're right back out on the field with a chance to atone.
Rolling to his left. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked up by Xavier Howard, and the Falcons will take over possession here up at the 44. Very good starting field position for the Falcons offense as they come up 1st and 10 at their own 44. They begin the drive with Hines. And some room to roam now. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. Good yardage as he rumbles for 20.
Brandon, I think you and I were both raised the same way in the game of football. You run to set up the pass, but I think we've discovered in this NFL, a lot of teams pass to set up the run. And that's what they've done throughout this game. They've aired it out, thrown it around the yard. Now they've come back to the running game, and they find a way to be successful with it.
They'll get 5 out of the scramble. It's second down. Now the Cowboys going to burn the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 34 seconds to go in the game.
Well, it certainly appears to me that the defensive guys are starting to look a little bit tired while he still has some fresh legs. Not the biggest gain we've seen on a scramble, but still some positive yardage on a play that initially looked like a sure win for the defense.
Touchdown! A great play there. 27 yards. And the Falcons have put this one to bed here in the fourth quarter. And this win now going to look a little more lopsided on the scoreboard, CD. Now, some may have run out the clock in that scenario, but they wanted to put their foot on the gas, get one more touchdown, and they did just that.
Well, partner, I would say the traditionalists not overly excited about that score. They like.
Oh, and now they're going to fake it. And his throw here is incomplete.
I know they're not asking me, but I'll give you my opinion anyway. I think it's time to erase that play from the call sheet. I guess they figure with the big lead they can experiment a little bit. But all in all, just go ahead and put that play on ice.
Takes it at the 7.
And he'll be out of bounds across the 25. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense.
Where we stand right now in the fourth quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You would have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made and figure out how to not do it in the future. And mentally, I think a lot of the guys are already starting to think about, okay.
And that's caught inside the 30. Touchdown, Cowboys. A big play there. His second touchdown of the night.
And the Cowboys have got it back to a 2-score game here in the fourth.
You've got to understand situational football because they're playing with the lead here late in the ball game. So the back defender has got to be as deep as the deepest receiver. Keep everything in front of you, rally up and make the play.
Yeah, you would think they had the 3-score lead. Now it's down to 2, but 3-score lead here late. That they wouldn't give up a big pass play like that, but they did.
And that one is caught. So they convert here, and don't look now, but this one's back to a 1-score game.
After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away.
It's a squibber picked up around the 27. And he'll be out of bounds at midfield, so a solid return to the 50.
After return to midfield, I just wish we could open up the heads of the offensive and defensive coordinators because right now the wheels have to be spinning because things just changed. Offensive playbook just opens up, and now on defense, do you play aggressively or do you lay back a little bit to try and calm things down?
They'll roll him out right.
Oh, going for Sanders downfield.
And my goodness, another interception.
Picked up by Talanoa Hufanga. And the Cowboys come up with a late turnover, but it will probably only matter to the statisticians as this ball game is now officially over. And now we get a peek at some of the top players here for this Madden Ultimate Team matchup. Brandon Gaudin, Charles Davis ready to go in the booth. We hope you're ready to go at the controls. Let's play. Tyler Bass about ready to get us going. And here we go. We're underway in Madden Ultimate Team. This is taken just shy of the 10. And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. They'll start on the ground here on first down. And he's going to get about 7 yards on that one, up to around the 33. A good run, got 7 on first. Here's 2nd and 3. They'll go option to the short side. And he went nowhere. He'll lose yardage back to the 29. It's a loss of 4. Now 3rd down. So 7 yards from the first down here as they come up to the line of scrimmage. On 3rd down, Vick. Throwing the out route incomplete. That's Sanders. 12 yards on 3rd down as the drive rolls on.
That's a pretty throw right there. That ball's in the air a long time, but it's right on the money on the right sideline. A really good route. Moving the defenders towards the middle of the field before breaking to the sideline. What a completion there. Big-time arm strength. Very nice route.
On this one, incomplete. The pressure got to him as he released it. And it's 2nd down. Oh, they're going to run a little pop pass here.
That was a nice job there defensively, being able to diagnose that little touch pass. They saw it coming, converged on him before he could get much out of it.
They'll throw again. Here's Vick. And he will slide to a stop. He does have the first down. A nice pickup of 10 means that this drive will stay on track.
Certainly not a positive sign if you're the D coordinator and you see your guys give up that space so early in the game. 3rd down, that's when the clamps are supposed to come out, but his ability to create things with his legs makes things difficult.
James. And they'll bring him down after just a short pickup. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9. Here's James. And he's got this pretty close to a first down at the Cowboys' 36. And that looked like some pretty easy yardage there right up the gut.
And he's a guy that has some height to him. So when you don't have to drop a shoulder or create or get through contact or trash, makes it a lot easier to stay upright, see the field, and make a run as we just saw there.
And he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line. On the ground, it's James. Looking for a seam, but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. Vick's going to look to run. And he goes backwards here, losing yardage back to the 16. 3rd and long for Vick. Flushed out right. Oh, that's into double coverage and intercepted. And the Cowboys are going to get possession of the football as time will run out on this first quarter of play. No score after 1 on EA Sports. They'll start this drive out on the ground. And he'll fight forward on the straight-ahead running for just a couple of yards. Second down. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8.
That first down play, all you want to do is wedge out any type of space and try and create enough room. If you have to run the punter out there, he can successfully complete the punt.
Yeah, didn't get it. He's got a man. Complete. 30. The 20. Touchdown, Cowboys. CeeDee Lamb, 94 yards. And the Cowboys post the first points of the ballgame as they take the lead here in this second quarter. And Tyler Bass on for the extra point attempt. And this is up and good to make it 7-0 Cowboys. After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. And a short kick taken at about the 16. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, wound up leading to a touchdown the other way. How do you approach drive number 2?
Going back to your game plan coming in, everyone has matchups that they like better than others. Where they think they have an advantage, dial up some of those plays. Try and go to those spots and get your offense moving.
Big yardage there on the scramble. It gets him a first down. To throw, Vic. He's got a man complete. It's Amari Cooper. He'll be stopped at the 35, but not before he picks up 7 yards. On play action, Vic. Escaping the pressure right. James has got it. Complete. Oh, he's got some breathing room. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop him. That one a gain of 20 and a first down.
And this has been a nice answer to the touchdown drive against them a few minutes ago because they've come out and reestablished the tempo. A nice throw there, and they're putting together a very strong drive as a response.
And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. From the 9, 2nd and 5. Here's Michael Vick. Finding his safety valve here. That's complete. So they'll accept that penalty, and that'll, of course, move the football up the field. Here's another 1st and goal, but from a little further back this time following the penalty. Vick readies to throw. And it's caught. Touchdown. Edgerrin James. A 5-yard touchdown. And his guys are an extra point away from tying this thing up. Bouncing back nicely from that bad opening drive where he threw the interception. Drive number 2 leads him right down the field and into the end zone.
So obviously his confidence was never lost, and that's a good thing to see. Great quality to have, and you absolutely must maintain that as a quarterback. But I have to think that they're probably still on the script that they prepared for this game. Just the second drive. They've worked on these plays all week in practice. Put them to good use on that one.
And it's caught. He's got it. So they go for 2. They convert, and along with it, they'll take an 8-7 lead. Oh, did the kicking team get it? Yes. The onside kick works like a charm. Well, they just scored, they got the lead, and they decide to keep their foot on the accelerator, so to speak.
Scouting, scouting, scouting. They had to have seen something in their preparation for this game that told them in this situation, if they get the look they like, let's go ahead and go for it anyway. They like being bold.
And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. 23 yards on the play. A first down throw coming for Vick. Throw left side complete. That's James.
Well, partner, they've used him quite well out of the backfield in this one. And here's another nice example. They set up the screen, and he's able to pick his way downfield for a nice gain there.
And Vic's throw there, incomplete.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up, not that time. Again, it's Vic. Touchdown! Edgerrin James with his second touchdown here in this first half. And they are able to add on to their advantage.
And that lead is now 7 with a chance to go to 8 or more if they want to get crazy here, which we don't expect. But I just know the way the game's being played with the analytics, there's going to be a lot more of going for 2 in a lot of situations, isn't there?
Yeah, there's going to be. And I think their focus here, they don't want to give up anything going into the lockers on the other, and just a little bit of time left on the clock.
Yeah, they don't want to do anything to erase the good feeling they have right now by getting this late score in the half.
Now the Cowboys going to burn the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away.
From a yard or 2 deep, here comes a return.
Now a crease here as he's past the 30. And now off to the races down the right side. He will take this all the way. Touchdown, Cowboys!
That was a special return, and it happened because he's a special returner. He has to have that approval from his special teams coach's head coach to bring it out of the end zone.
But let's be honest, a lot of times where they bring it out of the end zone like he did there, they don't. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Steve Atwater with a pick. So now the other return teams out there as they'll try to duplicate what they just saw.
A short kick taken at the 18. And out a little across the 25 to the 27.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And we'll see how this is played. Offensively, they've got the lead. Not a whole lot of time left. What do you think, Charles?
Well, it's tempting to try and add to your lead, but a mistake there, that can change things in a big way. I say go ahead, take the knee, get on out for the half.
One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. They find some open field here. And they're able to work this to the 25 before it's all said and done. Now another timeout called for by the offense as it comes with 22 seconds to go here in half number 1. First down, Vic. It's caught, Cooper. And he's out of bounds, almost gets to the 10. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another first down.
My goodness, they've come out locked in on this drive. Play calling, execution, they are fully in sync. 3 straight passes, 3 first downs. They're moving the ball downfield almost at will. This defense really struggling to find answers. Well, sometimes an incompletion is the right play, and he showed that he's learned from his earlier interception on that throw. Instead of forcing it, he just tossed it away.
It'll be Vic once more. Now a diving effort right sideline. He's got it. And it's caught. Touchdown. Michael Vick, his 3rd touchdown pass of this first half, as his guys are able to extend their lead. And now they'll empty the backfield here as they elect to go for 2. This will be the final play of the half. Vick. That's caught. But he is not going to make it into the end zone. They stop him short, so they'll add only 6 as we come up on halftime.
So time enough for a kickoff here. 5 seconds remaining in this first half. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And tackled at the 21-yard line, so a net negative there of 4 yards. They'll throw now on the final play. Sliding out of the pocket. He'll fire deep downfield for Lamb. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Andrew Adams. And he will be brought down on what will be the final play of this first half. Time for a break. We've hit halftime. 2 quarters down. 2 still remain. We step aside. This is the NFL on EA Sports. And how about this right out of the locker room? An onside kick attempt. And they've got it. They recovered it. Wait, hang on now, though. There's a penalty flag down. Yeah, you got to wait until that ball goes 10 yards. They did not. They hit it before, and that draws the flag every time.
And there's no doubt in my mind that converting an onside kick has never been tougher in the NFL with the new rules. So trying to get it to 10 yards, timing up perfectly, that's tough enough to begin with. But when you go ahead and grab it before it goes, you got no shot then. So the completion results there in 9 yards, and it'll bring up a 2nd and short. Now a handoff up the middle. Parsons, 6 yards to pick up, and that's a first down. And Brandon, you know that expression? He just does what he does. It sounds trite, doesn't it? But in this case, it's perfectly apt. This is one of the better runners in the NFL. And all he does is just find avenues, find ways to pick up key first downs and big runs. I'm sure this isn't a novel thought, but maybe run some simpler routes instead of trying to get it all back in one shot. Defense certainly appears to be ready for him. Try and get it back little by little instead of in big chunks. He'll try again with the arm here on 2nd down. The ball's out. McCaffrey lost it. And the defense will get their hands on it, going the other way. And he'll bring it all the way back just a yard or 2 shy of midfield. We know he's got the speed to get downfield, Charles, but there's the negative side. A little loose with the football that time. And that's normal, especially when you have his type of talents, because you feel like you're into the open field and maybe you don't feel the people who are around you or closing in. All quarterbacks have to do extra ball security drills with the way the game's played now, because defenses, they attack the football as much as they attack the runner. He'll buy some time right. And he's got this down a yard or 2 shy of the 40 before he's out of bounds. 6 yards there off the scramble, but it'll still leave him with a 3rd down. So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down. They'll try and pick it up by running the option to the right. And he's able to get the first before he's taken down at the 36. Give him the 3rd down conversion, 5 yards on the play. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Vic now, eluding the pressure right. This is caught. It's Kirk. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop him. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line. They run it with James. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down. Now here's a little touch pass as they tap it quickly to their receiver. And he stopped immediately there. A nice play design there with the touch pass. Looked good at the start, but bottom line, the defense was ready. And they did a nice job scouting, didn't they? Not just scouting, but now executing once they saw the play for real. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Rashawn Gary gets in there to drop him for a loss of 13 yards, and it's also 4th down now. And that hits off the left upright, and it caroms away no good.
And that'll keep this a 9-point game. And no mistaking that sound. It reverberated through the whole stadium.
And it's the sound, Brandon, no kicker wants to hear. It looked like he had it on target the whole way, but the upright said,
They'll start on the ground here on first down. And he'll fight forward on the straight-ahead running for just a couple of yards. Second down. Back now in Arlington. It's the Cowboys in possession of the football, but they trail here as we begin the fourth quarter of play. Here's 2nd and 8.
All right, rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked off by Kayvon Thibodeau.
And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown.
Now, the offense, they had really not been able to mount anything yet on that drive, and the defense made sure they couldn't mount anything. The interception and the return adding 6 to the scoreboard.
and that's no small return for a linebacker partner. He took matters into his own hands and his legs on that pick. And once he had it, I don't think anyone on the field could have stopped him.
And there's a quick momentum swing. INT return for a pick 6, and then the 2-point conversion good.
And even if you're keeping your wits about you, you're thinking to yourself, okay, extra point block team going into the game now. All of a sudden you're hearing defense. Everyone's scrambling for their helmets and throwing down their cups of water. That's a great position for them to be in, trying to score against that team. A little bit disjointed.
Now a play fake here on first down. Rolling to his right. He'll find Juju Smith-Schuster. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. The end result, 21 yards. He'll look to throw. And he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line. Good coverage downfield led to him taking off, picking up the first down on a 13-yard run. Inside the red zone here, they'll look to throw. They'll roll him out right. And this is caught for a Cowboy touchdown.
Juju Smith-Schuster,
A 14-yard touchdown.
and the Cowboys have got it back to a 2-score game here in the fourth. So a little bit of a letdown there defensively. I mean, look, you're still 2 scores to the good, CD, but things may be a little more uncomfortable than they had hoped.
Yeah, if you kept him out of the end zone there, this game's over. You've locked the door on him. Instead, it's still open a little bit, and they've got a puncher's chance.
And he is not going to get in here. So the decision to go for 2 does not pay off as they're unable to cut any further into their deficit.
After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. This is taken just shy of the 10. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. Well, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this fourth quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking first downs. To keep up with your theme there, playing keep away, first downs, they can't touch the ball.
Vick will look to throw on first down. And that's caught inside the 35. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. Up the middle they go. James. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down. The last run got 9. That leaves him with 2nd and a yard. They'll keep it on the ground. It's James, and he's going to have to protect the football and take his lumps here at this stage of the game as they stop him behind the line. So it's our visitors with a football as we get you reset. They've got a third down now as they look for one more first down to help salt this one away. On third down, it's James. And he is going to have the first down, and that is going to suck the life right out of this crowd. And now right out of the 2-minute break, we'll get a timeout used defensively with 1:56 to go.
And they run the option here on 1st and 10.
A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves them with a 2nd and 3.
I know that every now and then we get in those meetings with coaches, and you almost want to roll your eyes when they talk about staying on schedule when they're moving the football. But would you say a 7-yard run is ahead of schedule?
Fourth quarter with the lead, you love that, don't you?
No doubt about it, because staying on schedule is trying to get 4 downs on first down. They did that plus 3.
A good chance now to put this game on ice. This is 1st and goal. Right back to him on first down. And running room hard to come by here. He gets it down to the 8. The Cowboys signal for their 3rd and final timeout as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play.
The yards may start getting a little tougher to come by down here near the goal line. That's good work defensively there on first down, holding them to a short gain.
On 2nd down now. It's James. That's going to go down as a loss of 5, and it brings up 3rd down.
And this is where the mental part of the game comes into play. Defense is out of timeouts. Just hold on to the football. No sense really trying to score. They should be able to run this one out.
On 3rd down, it's James. Calling no gain on the play, so no help there. And now 4th and goal. Such a long drive here. 3 points. That would be a disappointment, but I don't know if you can go for it here, can you?
Well, you know, the defense was really giving them a lot all the way downfield, and now they've stiffened. Forget that bend, don't break. Now they don't even want to let them get a yard, do they? So in this spot, you remember what the coaches told us before the ball game? Any drive that ends with a kick is going to be okay with us, whether it's a punt, a field goal, or an extra point. Take the field goal right here.
And that miss should just about write a finish to this one.
Yeah, they needed 2 scores, and they needed that field goal there to be the first one and still give them an opportunity. But now, with the time left on the clock, I think this one's about finished.
Steps away. And that is incomplete. 16 seconds now on the clock.
Well, you know me, whether you need it or not, I'm going to give a little unsolicited advice. Just throw it downfield out of the pocket only if you're absolutely sure. Otherwise, use your running ability and try and get those yards a safer way.
And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again. Flush to his right. Now a desperation throw deep downfield.
And a high throw there as this is knocked away, down to the ground and incomplete.
They've been trying and trying, but they haven't sacked him yet. He's been able to get away and make plays. Tried to make another one downfield right there, but to no avail. They'll have to keep up the pursuit, though, and not let him get hot.
He's going to let it fly. And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee.
Yeah, we kind of sensed that one. He got a little too far forward before throwing, and that one will set them back.
And remember, the NFL level, being aware of where the line of scrimmage is crucial. And here's the other part. Any part of the quarterback's body that's near that line of scrimmage, he's going to get the benefit of the doubt. So he was clearly over the line.
And he'll be taken down, but they've got this one up to the 35-yard line.
So it's our visitors that come away with a victory here. And it was Michael Vick at it again. He was the man who led the way. Brandon Gaud and Charles Davis ready for this Madden Ultimate Team matchup as you get a peek at some of the big players in today's game, and you're a big player in today's game as well. Let's get the party started. Tyler Bass about ready to get us going. And off we go in Madden Ultimate Team. Pulls it in at the 13. And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped at the 23-yard line. They go play action with Jackson. Oh, he's going to take a shot right away. He's got a man complete. And all the way in for a Ravens touchdown. A great effort there. 77 yards. And the Ravens are on the board first here this afternoon. Well, one word for that opening play call, and that is aggressive, but it worked. First play from scrimmage, long touchdown pass.
Well, let's be honest about it. Our production meeting last night, we talked about when would the secondary get tested. I did not say that it would get tested on play number one. I knew as the game went along, they would take their shots. That, as you said, a bold strike and very successful right out of the gate.
Now to kick it away following the touchdown. Well, from deep in the end zone, he's going to bring this out. And he's only going to make it to the 13-yard line and no further. They go play action here on first down. Sliding out of the pocket. He'll get just a yard on the scramble. It's second down.
Well, I admire anyone trying to pick up an additional couple of yards. They're just not worth it when you take shots like that. Quarterbacks have to stay in the game and stay on the field.
2nd and 9 now. It's caught by Sanders. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down. We'll see what kind of mindset they have here offensively after giving up the touchdown on the opening drive.
And based on our time with them, prior to this game, I feel like they've got a good mindset going in. In fact, the discussion that we had with the coaching staff was, we may give up some points in this game, so our offense has to be ready each and every time to either equal or try and get us ahead and try and keep us ahead. This is their chance to respond to that first touchdown given up.
A nice burst there as he'll get about 7 that time on the first down run.
A nice run here early on. It doesn't take a great play caller to realize you want to establish a guy of his caliber with runs like this early because they'll pay dividends as the game progresses.
So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3. He'll look to throw. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Give him 10 that time, escaping the danger, running with it, and picking up a first down.
Facing 2nd and short, that gives you a chance to go for a bigger play through the air. But I think he said to himself, why not just handle this one? Got all the yards you needed and then some, and made that snap a huge success.
So 2 first downs, and that moves the ball to the 42 now, 1st and 10.
52 from up, boy, 52. Let's make these babies cry all the way back home, yo. Let's make these babies.
Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. He'll buy some time right. His throw incomplete.
They are such a talented team at defending the perimeter and taking away throws to the outside. Great confidence, great skill.
Ball on the 42 as they come up 2nd and 10. A play action fake. They'll look to throw. Rolling to his right. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Bruce Smith brings the heat, gets the sack. 7th play of this drive coming up, but a long way to go on 3rd down. Back to throw. And I think the ball's out, but this will get out of bounds, so possession will stay the same. He's thankful right now for that sideline because it could have been a fumble loss, instead just a fumble, though they will have to punt it down.
You're right about that, but do you think there's ever been a player happier to see his own punter go on the field than him?
No.
I mean, not at all, right? How fortunate is he that they got a chance to punt it away, and it's not just a turnover at the spot.
They're going to try and throw. The Sanders has got it complete. And unable to break away. They stop him a few yards shy. Boy, a real head-scratcher there. And that will force a turnover on downs. So they take a big chance here in their own territory. And you think the coach may have some questions to answer?
Yeah, and, you know, normally we focus on the media, right? The social media barrage that he's going to get for this one. How about on his own sideline and in his locker room?
Yeah.
Because I think the team's going to look at him like, Coach, why would we go for it there? I mean, no confidence in the defense. You don't like the punter. I mean, what's going on here? You owe us some explanations.
It's a pickup of 11 and a Baltimore 1st down. We often give credit to the O-line there. 2 tight end formation. Those tight ends block pretty well also.
Yeah, and that's one of the most dynamic positions in football now. The tight ends who can block at the line of scrimmage at the point of attack, and they can also get downfield and catch the football.
Yeah, he did not want to go down there as he carries tacklers for a solid gain of 9. The previous run, good for 9. Here's 2nd and a yard. A toss left, Henry. And he is into the end zone for a Baltimore touchdown. Derrick Henry, 28 yards. And the Ravens are off to a 13-0 first quarter lead. Well, we've said it many times. He is always a threat to go the distance anytime he's got the ball in his hands. And on this occasion, he did just that.
Well, he's definitely the guy that makes this offense go. And when you're an RB1, running back 1, you've got to be willing to be patient at times as well. Not every run's going to be the home run we saw there. But once you get that opportunity and that opening, you take full advantage.
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And a mistake, a surprising mistake there in the kicking game as he sends that one out of bounds. Try to get one more in here before the quarter breaks. Now a give right side. It's Parsons. We'll get this up to about the 44. 14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports. The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. Looking to throw. Dancing to his left. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Sanders. And the tackle going to be made at the 38.
Well, these guys have definitely been outplayed in the first half, but I like their countenance. I like the way that they haven't panicked out there, the way they're carrying themselves. They're starting to move the ball, and what you have to do, maintain your poise and start to put together some drives.
And he'll toss this one incomplete. Seeing no options, he throws it away.
To this point, I've been impressed with the work defensively. They have not allowed a lot of receivers to run free. And there's another example, another incompletion.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. They'll look to throw. Flushed out right. And he gets it down a yard or two shy of the 30 before he's out of bounds. Give him 7 there on the tuck and run, and they're in better shape now for 3rd.
I did like his decision-making there to make sure they picked up something instead of forcing a throw. Now they've got more manageable play coming up to try and pick up the first down, and don't rule out the possibility.
And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Already down 2 scores. They're going to go for this rather than settle for 3. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. They'll roll him out right. And he's brought down. Can't